Welcome to another episode of Sci-Connect. I am Teacher Leia, your science teacher for today. Are you now ready to learn? Let's start!
Are you amazed with the things around you? Like beach, animals in a zoo, and plants and flowers in the park? Planet is full of life. All around you are communities of people and a variety of animals and plants. Their presence makes our environment a wonderful and interesting place. All things present in this world can be classified into living and non-living things. And today, you will be learning more about this lesson. Are you ready? Let's start! The most essential learning competency or MELC of this lesson is compare living with non-living things. For the learning targets, at the end of this lesson, you should be able to identify or name living and non-living things in one surrounding and compare characteristics of living and non-living things. To measure your prior knowledge, try to answer the next 5 questions that will be flashed on screen. Directions. Identify what is being described or asked in each item. Write the letter of the correct answer in your activity notebook and submit to your respective science teacher. Are you ready, kids? Let's start! Number 1. Which of the following is a man-made non-living things? A. Mountains, B. Rivers, C. Toys, D. Valleys. Number 2. Which of the following is an example of a moving non-living thing? A. Clothes, B. Cloud, C. Food, D. Rat. Number 3. Some non-living things are man-made. Some are A. Air, B. Cloud, C. Natural, D. Shelter. Number 5. Which of the following pair is correct? A. Bird, non-living, B. Stone, living, C. Air, non-living, D. Sunflower, non-living. How did you find the test? Don't worry if you find it difficult. This just means that there are more things that you can learn from this lesson. We are going to unlock difficult terms in this lesson through the word bank. Living things are organisms that possess life. Non-living things are objects that do not exhibit life. Organism is an individual living thing. Natural things are things that exist in nature. Man-made things are artificial things created by people. Let's start the lesson by doing the first activity, entitled Living or Non-Living. Directions. Number 1. Observe the picture in the next slide. Number 2. Classify the objects found in the picture as living or non-living thing using a table. Number 3. Write your answer in your activity notebook. Classify the following objects in the picture as living or non-living things. Try to pause the video for a while to give you time to answer. Very good! You have done classifying some things as living or non-living. This time, let us explore another activity. To understand further this lesson on living and non-living things, let us explore the next activity. This activity is entitled, Let's Classify Living and Non-Living. Materials: activity notebook, ball pen, pictures of living and non-living things. Procedures. Number 1. Study the pictures on the table found in the next slide. Number 2. Identify its characteristics and classify them by answering yes or no in each column. Do this in your activity notebook. The objects flashed on screen are a picture of a tree, table, and dogs. Identify the characteristics of these objects. Does it grow? Does it reproduce? Does it move by itself? Does it breathe? Does it need food? And lastly, is it a living or non-living things? You may pause the video while you are thinking of your answer. Next objects flashed on screen are a picture of umbrella, alarm clock, and a butterfly. Identify the characteristics of these objects. Does it grow? Does it reproduce? Does it move by itself? Does it breathe? Does it need food? And lastly, is it a living or non-living things? Pause the video while you are thinking of your answer. Don't forget to submit your answers to your science teacher. And don't forget to answer the guide question on the next slide. Congrats for finishing the activities. Job well done, kids! Keep this in mind. Things that grow, like plants, will grow into a big tree. things that reproduce like dog, things that move by themselves like bat, and things that breathe, need nutrients and water are called living things. Living things are things that have life, like humans, plants, and animals. They are all natural things. Characteristics of living things. Living things grow. All living things grow in shape and size. The weight and height of a living thing increases as they grow. Like a baby grows into a child, which then grows into a man. Another example is a little kitten grows into a cat. Living things can reproduce. Most animals produce babies of their own kind. For example, a cow gives birth to a calf. Birds lay eggs from which young ones come out and slowly grow into adults. In plants, a seed becomes plant. Human beings also produce their offspring. A woman gives birth to a baby. Living things move. Living things can move on their own from one place to another. Human beings move using their legs. Just like human beings, most animals walk on their legs like horses. Some have wings to fly, like bird. Fish swims in water with the help of fins and tails. Living things can breathe. Human beings and animals breathe in air through their lungs. Fishes have gills, and insects have air holes to breathe. All living things need food and water. Human beings depend on plants and animals for their food. We eat fish, vegetables, and fruits to give us energy to do work. Plants are the only living things that make their own food. They prepare their food with the help of soil, water, air, and sunlight. Now, you have learned the characteristics of living things. How about non-living things? How do we know if something is non-living? Non-living things don't grow, don't reproduce, don't need nutrients, don't move by themselves, and don't breathe. Non-living things can be natural or man-made things. Some of the natural non-living things are moon, rainbow, and soil. While book, pencil, toys, basket, and building are some examples of man-made non-living things. This time, kids, let us check your understanding about this lesson by accomplishing the next activity. Directions. First, observe the following pictures in each box in the next slide. Second, write check if it is living things and X if it is non-living thing. Do this in your activity notebook. The pictures flashed on screen are balloons, cake, sun, goat, rock, ball, socks, fire, and frog. In your activity notebook, write check if it is living things and X if non-living. Great job, kids! Are you having fun in identifying which objects are living things and non-living things? Oh, some! I know you made yourselves proud that you were able to identify the correct answers. This time, share your final insights by completing the following sentence prompts. I have learned that I wish to ask my teacher about. Write your answer in your activity notebook. To strengthen what you have learned in this video lesson, perform the following additional task on the next slide. Write your answer in your activity notebook. The task is create and complete the concept map by writing a word or phrase listed that describes two living and non-living things. Write your answer in your activity notebook. Your science teacher will collect your answer. You can pause the video for you to have enough time in answering the task. To assess how far you've learned from this lesson, answer the next 10 questions. Directions. Identify what is being described or asked in each item. Write the letter of the correct answer in your activity notebook. Number 1. Which of the following pair is correct? A. Bird, non-living. B. Stone, living. C. Air, non-living. D. Sunflower, non-living. Number 2. Which of the following is a living thing? A. Air. B. Mountain. C. Plant. D. Rock. Number 3. Which of the following is a man-made, non-living things? A. Mountains. B. Rivers. C. Toys. D. Valleys. Number 4. Which of the following is an example of a moving non-living thing? A. Clothes. B. Cloud. C. Food. D. Rat. Number 5. Some non-living things are man-made. Some are blank. A. Air. B. Cloud. C. Natural. D. Shelter. Number 6. Which of the following is a natural non-living thing? A. Airplane. B. Rock. C. Telephone. D. Television. Number 7. All living things blank. Some lay eggs and some have seeds. A. Dance. B. Feel. C. Move. D. Reproduce. Number 8. Which of the following can make their own food? A. Cats. B. Dogs. C. Plants. D. People. Number 9. A sunflower always turns towards the sun. This shows that A. Plants do not grow. B. Plants show movement. C. Plants are non-living things. D. Sunflower is a non-living thing. Number 10. All things in this world fall into two main categories of A. Dead or alive. B. Plants and animals. C. Metal and non-metal. D. Living and non-living things.
Congratulations, learners, for finishing the video lesson. I hope you enjoyed learning with me today. Remember, learning is fun with Sci-Connect.